On the 26th of January, obviously, we know the tragedy that happened with Kobe, his daughter, and all the people involved. He was an advocate pretty much for women's sports. What do you make out of it?
Yeah, I think, a lot of the players on this team were personally close to Kobe. And, I think it was a big loss for the world and the sports community. But as you mentioned, even more so for the women's sports community and the women's soccer community, because he was such an ally. And, in building his relationship with the team, it really lifted us up. He was a mentor to many of the players. And I think, the legacy that he leaves is enormous in sport, but it's also enormous in what he's done outside of the sport, and that's encouraging women to play and to believe in themselves.
Did you have a relationship with him?
I did not.
I know Kobe kind of supported this, obviously, but you and this team, kind of carry the banner for women athletes, for a lot of them. What is that like for you personally to, when you step out there, that there are girls and other women athletes looking to you guys?
Yeah, I think that part of being on this team is kind of carrying that torch. And so a lot of us who, our first relationship with the women's national team was as a little girl in the stands and seeing the torch being carried by others. And so that's kind of a natural thing that when you first join the team, it's part of your legacy to take that torch and carry it on. And in one mindset, I think, it's a burden. We should be able to be just athletes. But in the other mindset, I'm like, it's such a privilege to be able to play for something that's a lot bigger than just a score line. And it's something that I think the team really embraces.
Is something you guys think about and talk about often, or is it, when you guys ask us or when we have to talk, or is it something that you realize you're carrying every single day?
Every single day. I think, it's apparent, at the end of games in the stands, but it's also in the locker rooms, in the hotels, how we talk about pushing the game forward and propelling women in sports forward in a lot of the efforts that we've done with our Players Association, empowering ourselves, educating ourselves, and continuing to push the boundaries in the world's understanding of what a woman can do.
As far as kind of the equal pay fight, I know this may be a little silly, but would you put winning that battle kind of on a level of winning the Olympics or winning a World Cup? I mean, it's that big of a deal, isn't it?
Yeah, when I think about equality and pay equality, and going into the World Cup, I really had this mindset the most important thing we could do was to win the World Cup. So I don't think of it like as a comparison. I actually think that the success of the team is what has allowed us to be able to fight this battle and has powered the battle. So they go hand in hand.
When you see other teams,
hold it.
Yeah.
Do you have? Because we have less one or two. Go ahead.
So you're going to be playing Mexico, a country where women's soccer is starting to grow, especially after 3 years since the professional league started. What do you think are the team's strengths, and is there any player from the team that has caught your attention?
Yeah, I think Mexico has a very strong squad, and I think always we're looking at them as one of the top competitors that we face in CONCACAF. And I think that our mindset in a lot of these matches, but including the upcoming match, is for us to really impose our strengths on the opponents. And I think we feel that in the system that we're building, we can really dictate the play. And so it's less a little bit about, worrying about an individual as much as taking care of all the pieces on our end, offensively and defensively, being super tidy and super dynamic. And I think that will be the key to our success.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Christian.
Thanks, CP.
Welcome home.